All right, hello my friends. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to do a little bit of a check-in on my January journal planner, and we're going to go ahead and get February set up. Really quickly before we get into this, I did want to say someone had left me a comment, not on here, but on Instagram, that because I made this little spot where I can insert different postcards, like say I wanted to send this postcard off to somebody, I can remove it and I can put something else in its place. They also pointed out that I could put in the covers for each month, and that way each month the cover would reflect the month that I'm working on in the journal. That is a fantastic idea. So definitely, guys, keep that in mind. All right, let's get into this. So, excuse me, as you guys may have known, I did get sick this month, so things did not go according to plan, unfortunately. But this is the January setup that I had. So we decorated the front here, and I had these little stickers that I thought went kind of perfect with it. Did some embossing with gold and some little snowflake embossing as well. I do still have, my ephemera printables that I can still use for January. I do still have 1 week to set up for January because we are not quite at the end yet. I don't think I'm going to set that up today. I think we're going to focus on February and get February ready to go. But I also have my February printables here, and I won't quite show those to you yet, I don't think. But it's nice to have these little pockets to store everything in. Excuse me. My throat's still pretty rough from being sick. So I had my calendar page here. Again, unfortunately, because I got sick, there was not too much going on here. And then this is the little flap for a envelope that I put in here. I just did a little bit of stenciling on it, a little bit of splatters, and then I used two of these lovely little circle ladies to add a little bit of interest there. And then I had this cute little tree charm that I thought just kind of fit really well. I have my priorities down here. I need to go through actually and check off the ones that I did. Some of them are going to be going for a couple of months, like moving my shop to Etsy. I have moved some things over, but I haven't moved everything over, so that's something that you'll see going into the next weeks. And then here's the first week, and I did this little tag from my printables with some little gems on there, some faux stitching, and then I just used an extra background that I had to write down my priorities, and meal prep is usually what I've used those for, and then ran across this artist that I wanted to keep their card because I may be getting some stuff for them. If you guys are interested in that, they are mixed media art, and I will leave the links to them down below. And then I just used this little paper clip. I almost forgot what that was called. You'll have to forgive me. I took another one of the images from the printable, backed it onto some extra Christmas paper that I had actually that was gifted to me by one of my swap partners for December 2024 actually. So I'd had that for quite a while and really wanted to give it a chance to use it. So I just kind of tucked that to turn it into, or clip that to turn it into a little tuck spot for my little bits of ephemera here. And then, whoops, that's right, this week, this was the card that I made for this week, and I just used the other side of that paper clip to hold it in place. The back is actually a card that I got. So I was gifted some washi tape stickers from my friend that got them from the Fayware, and I just wanted to remember where I got them from. I haven't had a chance to use them yet, unfortunately. We may actually be able to use some in the February setup. but nothing really fit with this theme, so I did not worry about using that. I did have someone ask me about game day, and actually I switched those two. It was the 11th that was supposed to be on. I have a group of friends that I am playing D&D with. It's actually my first time playing D&D, so it's a little confusing still for me, but I am having tons of fun with it, so there is that. This is when I started getting pretty sick, and so you'll see a lot of stuff will get canceled or moved to other days. And today's actually the 24th, so this is 6 days late, this little flip through. But over here I turned just a piece of, I guess, Christmas cardstock. It has little like Christmas trees and stuff on it. You can't see it because I covered most of it up. And then used some of my printables here and just did a little card and wrote my stuff on the back there. This is now, again, I am still pretty sick. I do actually, let me go ahead and move that. That has to be rescheduled because I did not finish Junk Journal January yet. I actually just earlier today put up the video for the 24th and 25th. So I know I'm not going to do the flip through tomorrow because I'm going to have to finish doing the other things. Anyway, I put this little quote down here, everything looks magical when it snows, and then put in a little text spot up here. I did use a lot of embossing for this setup. I just thought it went kind of perfectly with it. So I did another little tag here. Again, I didn't use this for too much this week because I was not feeling well. And then I finally found this. So this is actually, I got this almost a year ago. And it's a business card from this lady, Tina, who does specialty junk journals. She does not have, unfortunately, any social media or anything for me to, you know, link for her, unfortunately, but I at least have her contact information now so I can get a hold of her. She wanted to talk about maybe getting a junk journaling group together, which would be absolutely phenomenal. I don't know very many people in this area that do that, so that would be really, really fun. Then we have next week, I still have to do, like I said, the my little tag for my to-dos and my meal planning over here. I don't think we'll see how long this video goes. If I have time, I might set this up today with you guys. If not, then, you know, I'll set it up by myself later. So this was supposed to be my health tracker, and I did do some workouts and stuff before I got sick, but unfortunately I was not good at marking anything down here to be able to track what I did before I got sick, and then I got sick and wasn't doing anything at all. I do still have this envelope here, and I actually do have an idea of what I'm going to do for this. If you guys want to see the completed January setup, I will be posting it on Instagram. You can follow me over there if you would like. It is just Brandy Bell Arts, the exact same as it is here on YouTube, and same thing for my Etsy if you're interested in any of my digital papers. So then we're going to get to February. Oh, yes, I also have, so this was the book that I chose for my book of the month. I am part of book of the month. And this is the one that I chose for this month. I have not quite finished this yet. I am almost finished with it, but when I do, I'll fill that out. Again, I will update that on my Instagram if you guys are interested in that. So this is what I'm going to be using as the cover for my February setup. And I guess before I go through and show you the rest of them, I'll go ahead and throw up a quick video of all the different papers and ephemera that are available in this bundle. So this is my Country Rose bundle. It does have 20 different pages. Some of them are like wallpaper backgrounds. There's lots of roses, obviously. A couple of landscape scenes as well. And I did use lots of lace and soft effects to create this. I wanted something really soft and girly, but vintage and kind of romantic for February. So this is what I came up with. There are unfortunately only 2 ephemera sheets for this one, so I'm not selling the ephemera separately. It will be in the complete bundle, but there is one bundle of just the papers and then one bundle that's complete that also has my planner pages in it. Okay, so that is the Country Rose bundle that we are going to be using. Well, I'm going to be using for my February setup. And I have gone ahead, I've left this page loose because I do think it's easier to work on when, you know, I haven't attached it to the paper yet. But I went ahead and got February in here. Oh, I need to write the dates. I didn't write the dates in. That's okay. That won't take long. I can definitely do something about that. Then I have this beautiful paper bag actually that I ordered. What was it that I ordered? I want to say it was one of my embossing powders. I think. I got this vintage pearl embossing powder from Ranger that I guess they don't make anymore. Anyway, I haven't been able to find it. So I got it from a really small company. And even when I went back, they didn't have it available anymore, but they wrapped it in this. Just look at this stunning bag. How cute is this? So I had to include that in this journal. I would need to go ahead and put my priorities in here as well. That will probably get done on Sunday. And then I have at least already put in all the dates for the weeks. So my February starts February 3rd because I like to start on Mondays, and there were only 2 days for the previous week in February. So I went ahead and put that in January. I have these lovely images. I love these so much. This country feel just makes me really happy. I wanted to go with something a little soft, a little romantic, but not just blatantly, you know, Valentine's Day. You know, I wanted something soft and pretty, but not just bam, Valentine's Day. It's in your face. So I went with this really kind of soft look with these. If you get the complete bundle, I didn't skip a page, did I? No, okay. If you get the complete bundle, then you do get these planner pages as well. The background is actually this background you can see here. That's some of my antique Italian pages that I just scanned into my computer and used for the background there. These are printed on just regular copy paper, so the colors will not be quite as vibrant, quite as bright as they are on, say, the printables. So these I did on matte photo paper. And let me just show you the difference there really quick. So these aren't exactly the same image, but you can see this is a lot cleaner, a lot crisper. The colors are a lot brighter. So that's what you get if you print on matte photo paper. If you print on just regular copy paper, it comes out a little bit more dull like that. I did that just because I don't need every page to be super bright and vibrant. I believe, Barbara from 49 Dragonflies also does this. She prints her ephemera onto photo paper. Guys, it's just a lot cheaper than regular copy paper is. So I use regular copy paper for the pages. Oh, that might be the same one. It is. Haha. Haha. Sorry, that's kind of what I was looking for. But so you can see here, this is the same image, but this is on the matte photo paper, and then this is on just regular copy paper. So you can see the difference between the two of those. So I think, there's only 4 weeks that I'm putting into February. 2, 3, and then I have one more of the kind of soft pink lace and floral ones here. Each month, by the way, for the planner pages does have 5 weeks, and I don't put the labels on any of them because I figured people want to use them for whatever month they'd want to use them for. But this is the one that I am using for March. And yes, there's only 4 weeks. So I actually have a completely empty spread here that we'll get to do something fun with. And then I switched this one so that my health tracker was on this side. And then I can just do a little collage or something over here. We've got the other side of that paper bag. And then just like the other one, on the back here is where I will put my book of the month for February. So I want to go ahead and embellish the cover page a little bit. And hopefully you guys can see okay. I'm having problems with my lights. They're not working correctly. I think they're just really old. I've had them for a long time. And actually, I kind of had like a feeling that they were going to go bad. So I've actually already ordered replacements for them. But yeah. So I think what I want to do, I love this cover. I think it's absolutely stunning. But I think I want to... I printed out the same one, just on a little bit thicker paper. And I think I may want to raise this up a little bit just to give it some dimension. I think it's stunning already, but I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this out. That's going to take a while, isn't it? Oh, and my regular scissors aren't down here. I took them upstairs. Ugh, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not going to actually, let me use my cutter for this first part because I can use the rest of this page for somewhere else in the journal or for a different journal altogether. You never know. Okay. And then really quickly, before I get to fussy cutting this, I did want to point one thing out to you guys. So this here is actually on regular copy paper. Now you'll notice when I put them side by side, this one is duller. This one is done on photo paper. The reason for that is my ink is running low, okay? It has nothing to do with the quality of the paper. It's literally just because my ink is running low and I don't get a re-up until, I think Tuesday is when my next batch gets delivered. So I'm going to quickly fussy cut this out. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do that. You know how to fussy cut, and it's going to be quite intricate because I might want to have to go in and cut out all the little bits here. I haven't decided. I'll decide that, but I'm going to at least cut out, and I'm just doing the flowers. I'm not worrying about the background or the frame here or anything like that. So let me get that cut out and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I have gone ahead and cut these out. I only did these 3 main flowers. I kind of want everything else to stay in the background. And I think I may want to ink up the edges a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the edges. Also, my light, it is the next day, but my light is giving out, and it's making a really high-pitched noise. Hopefully I'll be able to edit that out. I'm just going to use my scorched timber here really quickly. But yeah, I might throw on music for the rest of this, just so you guys don't have to listen to that noise, depending on how bad it is. We will see. But I'm going to go ahead and ink this up, and then I'm going to use some, what's it called? Foam tape. I have little squares of it that I'm going to use on the back of this just to pick it up off the page a little bit more and give it some dimension. Let me show you those really quick. So I have these just little foam double-sided things to give it a little bit of a raise. So I'll go ahead and do that. And I might want to do a little bit of layering of something else underneath. I have not quite decided yet, but we shall see how it goes. Okay, so my thought was to possibly use maybe some of my skeleton leaves. Grab a few of those out. I did get these off of Amazon, so I will try to leave a link to those below if I can find them. But I thought about using either some of these, or I have these fabric flowers, which I just take the center out of them. Oops, got a little bit of a little bit of fuzz there. I just take the center out, and then, so let me see. Oh, here's one I already took the center out of. Got a little misshapen. But I could put those in behind in a spot or two to give it some texture. And then usually I use the little gems like this to put in the center. Or I can go with the leaves. I think the leaves might be a little too big, since if I'd put them down before I put the tape down, I probably could have used them and stained them up a little bit. Oh, well, that one fits. Do I even need to stain them up at all? I don't know. I kind of like the way that looks, but I think that's the only place I can get one to fit. Let's see. Let's see if I can get one up here. Well, minus the fact that it's trying to go over that flower. Okay, yeah, so I can get 2 of them in there, at least. And I could always cut it down a little bit to fit a 3rd one. And actually quite like that. Do I want to stain them up? That is the question. Let's see. Think. Thinking thoughts of things. What color would look good with it? I think pink might get lost. I think there's enough green. What if I could make them lighter with a whitewash? I think I'm going to try that. Just with one, just to see how it will look. This is just cheap acrylic paint. My lid's about to break off. Okay, so that's dry enough to handle now. Another really easy way to get color on these is to use them on gel plates. So if you want like a floral print or whatever, use these to get the texture, and then the paint from the gel plate will actually stick to them and color them up. I use that quite a bit. Okay, so I want to be able to see what it looks like if I... There we go. Okay, I actually quite think I like that. Yep, I do. So I'm going to quickly, off screen, because you don't need to watch me do it, you just watched me do it. I'm going to quickly off screen go ahead and stain the other 2 leaves and then glue them down, and we'll talk about the title, which I can put down here, up here. We'll worry about that in a second. I'm going to go ahead and stain these up, get them glued down, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I've got it all on there. I really like the addition of the leaves. Very fun. I do need to figure out what I want to do for the title, but I'm feeling like I'm missing something down here. I could do maybe some, let's see, I've got a piece of burlap here. I could do a little burlap ribbon. Maybe. Maybe. Or I just picked it up a little while ago, actually. Let me see if I can find it. Ha! I have these little bows. I don't know if it's going to be big enough or not, but let's see. Oh no. That's actually a harder decision than I thought it would be. I could layer them, do the bow and then some burlap underneath it. Let's see if I can even make a decent bow with the burlap. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. Nope, that didn't work. Hold on. I swear I know how to do this. I've done it before and then I always forget how it works. Yes, I can tie my shoelaces. Thank you. Okay, so I've got it. I just need to tighten it a little bit. Oops. Excuse me. Please stay where I'm asking you to stay. There we go. Okay. So there's the burlap. And here's the white ribbon. No, I don't like that. That's too much. But I think I do like the burlap more. So I'll just shrink those down a little bit more. About right there. And then I can cut the excess off. And give it a glue. Let's see, where exactly do I want it? Like right there? Yeah, okay. Just get a good amount of glue down. Like so. Get our burlap pressed in there. It's going to take a minute to dry, but it should dry just fine. And now I can decide what I want to do for the title. That's actually, this is more difficult than I was expecting it to be. I do know I want it to be up here, but with all these different colors, I'm not sure which direction to go with it. Last month I hand wrote it, I think. Let me see. Yeah, last month I hand wrote it. I don't care if my styles are very eclectic. Like nothing ever looks, you know, like this style is obviously very different from this. So I'm not worried about making it like matchy-matchy. I'm just wondering what colors I should use. Because these are all pretty soft, neutral colors. I don't think I have a color ink that I'd want to stamp it, but maybe, oh, I could do, if I have a stamp. Do I have a stamp? I think I do. Okay, so I have letter stamps. This is dangerous because I don't have those fancy ones that keep everything together. But I think what I want to do is, nope, not that one. Yes, I think what I want to do is emboss it. Unfortunately, I don't have an embossing stamp pad. All I have is my dauber, so hopefully I don't mess it up too bad. Oh gosh, guys, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, pray with me. Okay, so I'm going to use the opaque bright white. If this doesn't work or if it looks really bad, I can always cover it with a strip of paper and you know, do something else with it. But I'm going to attempt to use my letter stamps and the opaque bright white embossing powder to stamp out the title for this. So, yes, wish me luck. Okay, I am decently happy with how that turned out. I want to add a little bit more of a brighter white to the inside of these flowers just to kind of balance it out a little bit. So I'm just going to use one of my Posca pens and put a couple of dots in there. I do have to shake it up first. Okay, yes, I like this. I think maybe some gold splatters. But I can't quite decide. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Why not? Why not, I ask you? So I'm going to do a little bit of gold splatters, and then I think I'm going to be done with this. I do want to cover up the main flowers because I don't really feel like gold splatters on them. Do I have any little scrappy bits laying around here? Well, I have this. That does for those two. And then there. I don't mind if it gets on the leaves. I just don't want it on the main flowers so much. There we go. So just a tiny bit. Whoops. Bubble. I'm gonna need to mix up more of these soon. This is just watered down acrylic that I keep ready for splatters. And I can wipe it off of that lettering up here in just a second. I don't need to worry about that too much. Okay, I think that's good. There we go. Okay. Oops, I forgot that one was kind of stuck down because of the sticky. There we go. Got a little bit on that corner there. That's okay. I think that's just fine. Just fine. Let's grab our book. Take a look. Yeah, I like that. I think that turned out really well. By the way, this, for the February, well, I can move it out of the way for a second while it dries. For the February setup, you might notice I have more of an edge around than I did for January. That's because I realized in January I didn't like how close it got to the edges without actually like being on the edge. So I figured if I was going to see a little bit of a border anyway, that I'd just make it, you know, an actual border. So this time when I went to print everything out, I printed it at 90%. That way it made sure to leave an edge around everything. So that is going to be about it for our February setup. I'll probably do, since I have this whole free spread here, I might do a journal with me day with you guys someday this month. I wasn't planning on going into the books with you guys, but if you want to know about my ratings or anything for the books that I'm reading, I'd be more than happy to share those with you. Just leave me a comment down below and I can make sure to do that next time. This one, I haven't quite finished it yet. I'm almost done with it, but it's not quite there. This is dry enough for me to go ahead and glue down, so let's do that. Okay, so there is our cover for January all done. I have everything set up and ready to go. I just need to, you know, fill in my priorities, my daily tasks. As far as the weeklies go, this is still a little bit wet, so I'm trying not to let anything get on it. When I do my decorating, I do this weekly. I put my main work tasks here, and then I usually use these for meal planning and other tasks that I need to get done around the house. So those I do weekly. I do post my updated weeklies on Instagram every week, usually on Monday because that's when I start my week. I'm hoping to be a lot better with filling out my I was going to say performance, but well, I mean, I guess it's a performance of kind, but my like exercise and stuff. Good Lord. I know how to talk. I swear I do, guys. But yeah, I still have a couple of pages to work on in here. We've got the last weekly, this little envelope, this last page, and then I have to fill in the stuff for my book of the month. But we've got the cover for February done and all set up, and I'll be filling out my priorities and everything for that month over this next week. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a close-up. All right, here we go. So we've got that stamped up there. We've got some gold shimmer. We layered up the flowers for some dimension and used these gorgeous skeleton leaves just with some watered down acrylic to give them a little bit of a tint. Some burlap ribbon. I really like this. I'm happy with how it turned out. I could maybe be a little happier with the title, but that's okay. It's okay. Not everything's going to be perfect. It is a junk journal planner, so I think that's perfectly okay. But yeah, so that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. And like I said, if you're interested in me doing some book talks or anything, I'm a really big reader. So in this journal, I'm only keeping track of my book of the month books, but I read probably 4 or 5 books a month. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. If you are interested in purchasing either of my printables, I also have my sketchy bees on there. They are available on my Etsy, and I will link that shop down below. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.